And once he retired, he ran a lawn cutting business. And now he's delivering auto parts for, I don't know, some kind of auto parts place. And I asked him, I said, why are you working? No reply. He's miserable. He's not doing what he wanted to do as a young man because he had a taste of it and never could do it. And what was his problem? He couldn't accept, and he said it right from his own mouth when we drove around one day, and I told him, I said, I want to help you learn how to do this. He cried to me, broke down and cried and admitted, he goes, every time you tried to tell me something, I wanted to do whatever you said and do the opposite of it because I'm jealous. I brought you to this. When you were 15 years old, I was talking to you at your grandmother's house. 14 and 15 years old, he was talking to me all the time. Richest people in the world, Michael, trade futures and options. Get yourself a good job, go out there and become an electronic technician, like he was at the time at Westinghouse, and learn how to trade futures. And I didn't want to hear that shit. I was like, what the fuck? I'm in martial arts. I don't give a shit. I wasn't even interested in girls. I was martial arts. I'm going to have my own martial arts school. And then here I am running up a fortune in his home, renting his bedroom from him for $50 a week. He watched me do it. And he and his wife would ask me to pay for vacations, pool liners when they needed one. New fence was that was it. That was the breaker for me. That's just like, you know what? I'm getting taken advantage of. Raise the rent if you want. Okay, but stop asking me to pay for stuff. And I moved out. That was the uncomfortable point I needed to get out of there. But I tried to teach him, and he wouldn't do it. Everything I said, he would do the opposite. And then when I heard him tell me in tears, he goes, I'm jealous because why does God let you do this and not let me? And I said, you ever stop and think that God allowed me to learn how to do this, and now I'm your nephew, and I could literally hold your hand doing it, but your ego and pride won't let you do that? Family members and friends aren't easy targets to save and change from their present state. You can't fix them. They want to fix themselves or they won't fix themselves. And my uncle was a perfect description of someone that's in denial. They don't want to learn from someone that knows how to do it because they have personal conflicts that they're wrestling with. Here I am. I'm sitting right there in front of him. I'm telling him, I'm buying this right now, Uncle Stan. Call your broker and do the same order right now. What does he do? He fades it and goes the other fucking direction and then loses his fucking money, and he's stomping around the fucking house, throwing shit around the house. And I'm like, what's wrong? You didn't get the target? Are you still holding it? No, I don't talk about it. And later on, he's pissed off smoking cigarettes, and he's not a smoker. I'm like, what the fuck are you smoking cigarettes for? I just started. What? Something's wrong. Something's wrong. You start smoking, you're middle aged, okay? And I'm like, okay. I'm not gonna say nothing. He goes, where'd you get out at in Bonds? 15 minutes before it closed. You went long. I sold short today. I said, what'd you do? Put it in the wrong order? He goes, no, I went short. I know. I don't want to talk about it. Well, apparently you do. You fucking brought it up. Okay, I'm walking away from you. You're bringing it up. And everything he did in his account, he showed it to me. Everything was fading me. Does that sound like someone that is trying to do the right thing or trying to compete with their nephew? It's competition. So friends and family and coworkers are going to do what? It's going to invite that same social media arm wrestling match. I'm better than you. You're better than me. Oh, I hate you. You got more influence over more people than I do. I'm jealous of you. Fuck that. That does not make you money. And you can't fix your friends and family and coworkers. You can't. You don't know what you're doing yet. Once you're able to do it, you can say, hey, this is what I did to do this. And it's going to take a lot of work. There it is. It's easy to do it that way. They're not going to fault you because they see what you're doing now or then when you get to successful level speculation. And it removes any invitation for someone to bring toxicity to what you're doing and distract you. I've already warned you up front. It's going to be painful. It's going to be boring. It's going to be work. It's not going to be easy. You're going to feel like you're second guessing yourself all the time. Feels like you're never going to get it in the beginning. And it's normal. It's all part of this. It's absolutely part of every facet of learning how to do this. Nobody tells you that in their coursework. Nobody tells you in advance. And I told everybody before they join in on mentorship, it's going to be hard. And it would be better for you not to fucking join. The last group, I tried to talk them out of it. Guess what? Some of them realized once they got in, wow, this is a lot more than I thought it was. Yeah. You're competing with yourself. And look how formidable you are when you want shit your way. You're just like me. They name roads after you, one way. And if you're used to doing it your way, and your way is counterintuitive and counterproductive to how I'm telling you the proper way of learning how to do this is, this wrestling match is going to go on a long time before you relinquish your grasp on what you think you should be doing and how you should be learning versus someone that knows how to do it and can do it and is teaching you properly. And stop arm wrestling me. It's a whole lot of mental baggage that you have to contend with when you're brand new. Things that you're going to worry about that aren't really worth worrying about, but they feel like they should be worried about. And the things that you should be focusing on and concerning yourself with, you're not going to want to do it because it feels like there's no benefit in that right now. And that's where people fall victim. Trading, once you know what you're doing and know what you're looking for, is easy. Finding successful, profitable setups is easy. Absolutely easy. It's next to impossible in the beginning because you're in the way. You want to be taught this way, this style. You want me to put my videos up by this time of the day. All of that is going to be a conflict internally for you. And you have to adjust and adapt, just like you'll have to do as a speculator. The markets aren't going to deliver a setup every single day like you want it to. You might go in with a bias that's bullish and it gives you a clear reversal. You know, if you try to do what you're trying to do at the beginning of the day, now it's going to result in a loss. Are you going to take the reversal? Some of you will be, nope, I'm never going to do that. And that's going to close my charts. And guess what? That's wisdom. Others are going to be more flexible and say, you know what? This is what I was expecting. It's not there. It's obviously going to go lower. I'm changing gears. I'm adapting. I'm going in there. No problem. Guess what? Does it make you a better trader? This means that you know yourself better than the next person. And others are going to say, fuck you. I'm not going to change my bias. This is the way it is. And if I get stopped out, I'm okay with that. And guess what? That's wisdom. You know yourself. You're not going to be wrecked emotionally and psychologically because you took a loss. You know that chances are you're probably going to lose, but you're going to follow this system and you're going to keep the loss at a minimum. Okay. All three of them are right. All three of them have different results. All three of them are comfortable with the results. See a difference there? Versus it has to be the best outcome all the time or it's unacceptable. That's what new traders like me, when I first started, that's what I thought was realistic, and it's not. Books and teachers and gurus have a tendency, and I am guilty of this too. If you just watch a few of my videos at certain points, it sounds like it's a sugar fest. Like it's just easy, go out there and pluck the dollar bills off the tree and it's going to be a cakewalk for everybody. No. If you listen to every one of my videos, you'll hear me talk about what I've been bloviating here. You're going to have to work your ass off. And you're going to have adversities. You're going to have things challenge you. And that's good. You want that because when you go through those moments and you press through and you can still find consistency, you're never going to be fearful of going into drawdown. It isn't going to be a factor for you to want to quit. And you need that because there's going to be lots of things that's going to make you want to quit. The easiest way for you not to want to quit is don't trade with live money until you know exactly what you're doing. Because everybody quits when they start trading with an account with real money before they should. Everybody quits that. Everybody does. That's why the percentages, if you believe the statistics, that's why it's so high that 90% of them lose their account the first 30 to 90 days. that statistical probability that is always going to shine through on a trader that has no model, no respect of risk, that goes in there and just keeps on buying, over leveraging, and adding more contracts, even when they're in drawdown. That type of stuff results in that. And think about what they've learned. The books say all the same shit. Sure, they might say control your losses and reduce risk and have a stop loss, but they don't teach you how to wrestle with it.